The dynamic jazz ensemble, the Sun Quintet, was born out of the vibrant musical community at Stellenbosch University. So this ensemble is a testament to the rich cultural and musical diversity comprising of 5 talented musicians. And the quintet has captivated audiences with the innovative sound and dedication to authenticity. Well, the jazz outfit is currently in Johannesburg and will be performing in various venues, performing music from their current album. It's called Embrace the Path.
I'm gonna let it die out. Bruh, you do you. You do you. Then I'll count 3 for sure. Video, I counted 4. Yeah. You know the reflection.
So, I'm Stuart Martin, drummer for the Sun Quintet, and what made me start music was actually from a young age, just by, I don't want to say force, but it just come from a musical family. My parents wanted me to play an instrument, but starting with jazz was through playing drum set, and you know, once I found jazz, then it opened the world of music to me, and I love it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, my name's Aubrey Matsila, and I play trombone. And what made me become a musician is basically I went to high school and I was playing drums before, so I went to Parktown Boys and wanted to play snare, but they didn't have snare, so they gave me the trombone. And then from there, it was just a great journey with the instrument, and now from after high school, didn't want to stop, so I just continued going into jazz, so that's what made me a musician.
Well, my name is Mark Lynch. If I had to think back to it, it was listening to my grandfather play Louis Armstrong records around his house when I was probably about 3 or 4. Alongside Nat King Cole, and then after that it was obviously my dream to play trumpet, but when the trumpet teacher actually asked our class, you know, when we were choosing to do instruments, who wanted to play trumpet, she skipped me. So that's why eventually I took up recorder, and through that I eventually found saxophone, and here I am today.
I'm Melisizwe and the pianist of Sun Quintet. How I did music, it was by chance. We had to choose music subjects, so I chose piano, and then that's how I started. And then I taught myself through YouTube videos, and that's how I started learning to play the piano. So basically self-taught.
Good day, my name is Chadleigh Gowar and I play the bass guitar. I started when I was 11 years old. I grew up in a very musical family. Everyone sings, everyone plays, and yeah, I basically started in church, and look where I'm sitting here today.
Really excited to be in Joburg. Really cool. I was actually born here, but I haven't been here since I was around, so yeah, actually quite amazing to be in contact with Joburg's music scene. Really one of the most lively and interactive audiences I've experienced so far, so can't wait for tonight.
Feeling tired but excited. Keen, very keen.
You know, go for Sun Quintet. Yeah, embrace the path.
No, just excited to have the guys in Joburg, and it's gonna be a good tour. Yeah.
No problem.
think I'm going to have a little bit of you because everything is in the way of your amp now. So I do is I always just mix and then I tell them overall. Gee, I think it is a bit.
No, it's
Okay, it's fine.
How's it sounding by you? Because you guys are getting the...
Yeah.
I'm really happy with it.
That's all that also makes me.
Yeah, but the bass is tricky because then you want to play the toppy notes more, but then it doesn't sound lekker.
So, this is maybe a cheesy answer, but I'm really truly inspired by the members of the Sun Quintet because, you know, what I love about them is no matter like their quality and their focus of music. Like this is what they're doing and they focus on that, and we try and do that as a collective. And their work ethic and also just making things like this Joburg tour happen is just super inspiring, and it just shows me that you can strive for good things in your career.
Inspiring musicians, it's difficult to choose because there's so many who offer so many different insights into the way they've navigated the musical world. Yeah, I think an inspiring musician that has actually mentored me and a lot of the guys in the group is Ramon Alexander, because he's taken the time and effort to mentor us through this process of learning how to play jazz and how to improvise. But his commitment to his own craft is very admirable, and the way he composes is incredibly beautiful and special. So I think, yeah, it's about contrast, balance, listening to what's around you, and the fact that music is not just about the individual, it's about sharing and about everyone else.
quite a few influences, but mainly I would say Jonas Gwangwa, because he's a South African legend, a trombonist and an activist too, who inspires me with the music I write and also the instruments I play, because he was a great trombonist back in the day. But yeah, amongst others, Herbie Tsoyeli, Sisonke Klonti, and Duduzo Makatini. So yeah.
Yeah, so definitely Afreeca Chiesa, the prominent South African jazz pianist. His way of approaching improvisation and just playing in a band setup also influences me and just inspires me to think outside of the box musically.
So I love South African music, and I love and adore South African musicians, and yeah, I like the fact that some people is just proud being South African, and I think that draws me a lot to certain musicians. And from a bass player's point of view, obviously my heroes Fana Zulu, Lucas Kumalo, Alvin Hendricks, and all those great bass players.
I don't have a favorite song in the album. The album is my favorite. I enjoy playing it so much, and I'm so grateful about the reception of the album. So thank you to all the followers, thank you for all the people who like our music and who come to the gigs. We appreciate you. That's great.
Embrace the Path is something that's very close to me, I mean close to all of us, but you know, it's a celebration of the time we've spent together over multiple years. And it's actually quite a rare thing when everyone's in the same space at the same time, and also to create art in a very organic way where there's very few conflicts, and again, like I mentioned before, the contrast, the contribution by everyone because their own unique paths, and that's why it's called Embrace the Path. Everyone has unique stories, and I think the combination or the harmony of difference is really beautiful, and that's why it's so close to me.
So yeah, currently we're on our Joburg tour, showcasing our debut album Embrace the Path, which came out earlier this year, and yeah, so far it's been great. We started at Black Labone in Pretoria, and today we're at Chiesa at Pazzo Lupi, and it's just been a great experience playing with the guys in Johannesburg, where I'm from, and also having them see the area, Johannesburg, and yeah, just being able to connect with our fans this side, building our fan base. So yeah, it's been great, and the album's been doing well too. And yeah, my favorite song on the album I would say is Brafeya, just for the beautiful composition that it is, written by our pianist Melisizwe, and it's just a beautiful song because I feel like I really connect with it, and it's South African roots. So yeah, that's why that's my favorite song. So yeah, stream the album, Embrace the Path on all streaming platforms. Yeah.
I don't have a favorite song, but I like different songs for different reasons.
Man, such a beautiful album. I really admire these guys, and it's an honor and a great privilege to be on tour with them. I like the brotherhood. I like the fact that they're so passionate about playing their original music. So I think out of everything, that's the highlight of the entire tour. The fact that they're very passionate about playing their own music and the fact that the people love it. So yeah, it's a great pleasure playing with these guys.
Okay, a fun fact about myself. My left eye only partially works. So my vision is lined up to the right side. So, fun fact, I guess.
A fun fact about myself. That's a tricky one. I'm on the spot now. Yeah, I guess initially I actually didn't want to study music. I was going to do, I wanted to do astrophysics because I'm very interested in, I don't know, the cosmos, the universe and stuff. So I guess that would be an interesting fact about me. Yeah, astrophysics. But anyway, music won the show, and here we are today.
A fun fact about me is that everyone thinks that I study music, but I'm actually not studying music. Currently, I'm doing my honors degree at WITS in geosciences. So basically in geology, mining, industry. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Myself? Wow. So I'm quite outspoken. I'm quite an extrovert, I would say, but I like my quiet space, I like my quiet time, I like my peace. I mean, when I don't gig, when I'm at home, I sit at home in a quiet space. So people find that very funny and sort of contradicting in a way. Yeah.
I like Coke in Gatsby. Yeah, hate Gatsby and Coke. That's where you'll find me.
Try to
So there's no audio to this video, eh? Yes. Gossiping.
Yes.
No! It's like
It's being live streamed.
No, this is hero.
Wait, this is where the music plays.
Hello, Sun Quintet here. We're at Niki's Oasis Jazz Restaurant today for our third gig of the Joburg tour for the Embrace the Path album launch. And on Thursday we were at Labone, great gig, great crowd. And last night we had a great gig at Chiesa, Pazzo, Lupi in Marvel. Also a success, and we're looking forward to our third gig here at Niki's and looking forward to tomorrow at African Freedom Station. Yeah.
Feeling good, and I'm so pleased to be on this tour with these guys. They are amazing, and I think I'm weighing in extra 10 kgs because I've been eating so well and people are treating us good. And, thanks to our host. It's lovely. Thanks.
the music side is great, but the adjusting to Joburg side is not so good. But I mean, like in terms of just general settling in. But I mean, it's going good. Feeling good music wise.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to be in Joburg properly this time. I've driven through it, flown through it, but to actually make music and connect with the crowd, connect with family this side, it's been special. So I've really enjoyed it from that point of view. And yeah, I'm excited to play tonight at Niki's. It's clearly an iconic venue. I'm really excited to play. Yeah.
Having a good time in Joburg. Looking forward to this gig at Niki's. We've had a great launch so far, and the reception of our music and our shows have been so good. So we thank you to the people of Joburg for supporting the Sun Quintet, and we thank you so much. We hope you stream the album and enjoy the album. And from Sun Quintet to you, you know.
Alright, welcome everyone to the Embrace the Path album launch tour, the Joburg tour. You're all welcome, and thank you so much for coming out tonight with the Sun Quintet, coming all the way from Cape Town here to launch our debut album, Embrace the Path, and we're really happy to see everyone here. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you. So I've been the designated speaker for tonight. Normally we alternate, so the guys are like, hey, tonight's my turn. So. I'm Aubrey, the trombonist, and I just like to introduce the band to you guys before we carry on with our set. On keyboard, we have Melisizwe Plaatjie. On bass, we have Chadleigh Gowar. Drums, we have Stuart. On tenor saxophone, we have Lynch. And I'm Aubrey on trombone. So the first song we played for you is called Makatini. And the whole reason for the naming of the song Makatini is because back in 2018, when Mark and Meli were starting off the university career at Stellenbosch University, there was a workshop hosted by one of the great South African pianists, Duduzo Makatini, who came through and basically, in that workshop, gave them or blessed them with this melody that you hear the A section, the See, I can't sing, that's why I played from So he basically blessed them with this melody and said, do what you want with it, it's yours. And this was back in 2018. So we basically hadn't touched or looked back at this melody until last year when we had a gig at the Commons in Cape Town, and we were planning on performing the song, bringing it back and completing it for the gig at the Commons. And during that session, we all came together, we're like, okay, we have this A section, now let's try and complete it so we have a full song. And that's when we came up with the B section that you hear. And it came out so good to the point where we were like, guys, this is so great, we should actually record it for our album, which was a week later from that gig. So yeah, that's the song that you hear called Makatini, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Okay, so the next song we have for you now is called Brafeya, which is written by our pianist Melisizwe, and I'm sure most of you think maybe it's a dedication to Brafeya Faku, but in fact it's actually a dedication to Melisizwe's uncle, whose name was also Feya. And basically the story goes that when Meli he wanted to tell or ask his uncle, like, what he thinks about him doing music. And naturally, us as young musicians or students in high school may be thinking about our future careers. When you propose to your parents that you wanna do music, they, naturally there's like, that resistance. That's how you gonna make money, how you gonna sustain yourself, stuff like that. So actually, in this interaction that Meli had with his uncle, when he asked his uncle, like, what do you think about me doing this? And he's like, he asked him, do you love it? And that was the profound thing, that you wouldn't expect such a reaction, but his uncle received it in a manner that supported his vision and what he wanted to achieve in his life. And yeah, it's basically that impact that his uncle had on him. So yeah, there's a dedication to the late Brafeya and his uncle. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.
be said about that is just thank you so much. The reception of the album, especially up here in Joburg, so many people have been asking us, when are you coming up, and we made it happen, not for us, but for you.
Shut up.
So thank you everyone for being here and the support. Thank you very much. Give a hand. So, like I said, if you don't know already, we are the Sun Quintet doing our album launch of Embrace the Path. And because it's an album launch, we decided that it's not just going to be playing music at you. We actually want to involve you guys and we want to talk about every song almost where we can. So we have a set structure. It's in the order of the album if you've listened to it. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoy. Please enjoy, and you'll hear a lot from me through the set. Okay, so that previous song was called Respawn. So for you gamers out there, you probably know what that means. For those who don't, respawning is the act of dying in a game and then getting another life and then getting back up, right? So that was actually written by Dylan, who is not here with us today. Well, not in that way, but... Sorry, go on, guys. So that was written by him, and you know, I'm gonna make it very special and sweet and whatever to tie it back to why we chose the name for the album anyway. So Embrace the Path, it's pretty much this thing of, you know, acknowledging that I am very different to Aubrey, to Mark, to Melisizwe, to Chadleigh. And you know, when we decided to start this thing, we're all coming from different influences. For example, I come from a very rocky, drum hitty kind of background, which is completely different from what, for example, Melisizwe comes from, or yeah, you know what I mean. So the thing that got us all in the same place just happens to be Stellenbosch, but it's a bigger picture. It's actually our love for music. And you know, discovering each other through the ways that we have, and discovering this thing called music and jazz. It comes back to what we also said about Brafea and what he said. It's like, we decided to do this thing and we all are here because of our shared love for music. And it's gonna be a tough path, and it's gonna be, you know, full of lost. I want to tie it back to games, but I can't. You know, like, we're gonna go and we're gonna get knocked down by the next guy who sounds 10 times better than you, has more experience. And we all, you know, we youth, and we decided to just do this thing on our own. And that's kind of the point of Embrace the Path. And that's where the name comes from. We had many different names, very vervelige names. What was one? Around the fire, around the campfire. I don't know, I guess the similarity there was that, you know, it's both involving heat, which we bring when we... Alright, anyway, so Respawn, right? There's difficulties in life, you're gonna come through, you're gonna get knocked down, but the important thing is get back up, like Rocky said. You know? So yeah, that's Respawn. Comes from a game, and it even sounds like a game track. I listen to it sometimes when I'm stuck in traffic or in a rush. You know, that one. Hey guys, I've got a very weird imagination, but you know, that's our catchphrase, but anyway. Okay, the next song is called Misha, who is actually a person, and Dylan, who I spoke about, who is still with us. Yeah, he actually wrote this song, and it was for this thing of coming from a very a past with very little opportunity and very little you know, aspirations, coming into the concert, coming into music, studying music. And this song Misha was actually his first bass student, and why it was named Misha is because it was dedicated to her as his first bass student. And you know, that being said, it's like, it's quite a big thing when you come from very, you know, challenging backgrounds, and then being able to make it, that someone is like really willing to want to come to you to learn what you have in your brain, your knowledge, your skills, you know. So at that goal that you've reached, you know, he decided to write this for us. So this is called Misha. After Misha, we're gonna take a little break because the heat. Anyway, Misha.
name, it was quite difficult actually. We went through a bunch of different options, like around the fire, around the campfire, and it just wasn't happening with those names, because obviously we are the Sun Quintet, so we're trying to get something that resonates with that name. But after a discussion, we came to a conclusion that Embrace the Path would be a fitting name, because the five of us like come from different places. Meli's from George, Mark's from East London, Stuart from Paarl, Chadleigh from Hanover Park in Cape Town, I'm from Johannesburg. So it's very different environments, very different influences, the way we grew up, the music we listen to. But what brings us together is the music. The music factor is what connects us and what helps us to actually produce such music, and the detail that we give to it, and just the emotion that we put into the music, considering where we come from and where we are now. So that's where the name comes from, Embrace the Path. And yeah, please do stream it, check it out, and also follow us on our socials. Instagram it's Sun_Quintet, and Facebook we're also there as Sun Quintet. Is Asive. So this was written by our pianist, Melisizwe, and basically it's a dedication to his longtime high school friend named Asive. And it's a very relatable story, because basically what happened is that during COVID time, obviously we know everyone was going through a tough time with the lockdown, losing loved ones. And this is one thing that unfortunately Meli had to experience, where he lost his friend Asive during COVID, but obviously could not attend the funeral because of the restrictions at the time. So the song basically tries to encapsulate the emotion that comes with going through such a situation where you've lost someone that you're so close with, but you can't get that closure and be there at the funeral because of the restrictions. So you'll hear in the song these elements of frustration and angst, like that all of us as a band try to put into the song, and kind of put ourselves in his shoes and how we would feel in that situation. So yeah, it's basically a journey. You'll feel it through the song, where we start with this frustration and it goes into like this quiet space, and it just builds from there. So we hope you enjoy, and this is Asive. Thank you.
The show was wonderful. I wish all of those musicians the very best wherever they go in the world. And it's wonderful to have them playing in such a beautiful venue in Joburg. Thank you.
I think it was a wonderful concert with seriously talented musicians, and I loved hearing the context of all of the dedications. It made the music really come alive. Privileged to hear such wonderful music. Thank you.
I'm a very proud auntie because the saxophonist is my nephew.
They were incredible. It's really nice to see the young guns and the next generation of talent coming through. And every single one of them, I can't wait to follow their careers as they become superstars. That's what it is. There we go. That's all I want to say.
There was a beautiful show, beautiful artist, and please can we get a vinyl? We really love a vinyl, and we will support you. I just followed you on Instagram as well, so we will promote you guys.
Beautiful music. We love you guys.
So, hi, my name is Plaatjie. I attended the Marvel show hosted by the Sun Quintet, and it was a 10 out of 10 experience. I had the greatest time. It was so rich, so fulfilling to the soul. And I know definitely everyone that was in this space in the room had a great time. And yeah, definitely hope for more. And we will sort out these venues next time when they come. Like, yeah, it was an